Imagine this. The grand halls of a palace echo with quiet footsteps, chandeliers glimmer in golden light, and servants rush about, tending to every whim of royalty. Behind closed doors, however, things aren't always as pristine as the polished floors. This is where we begin the story of Emma, the fictional former maid who claims to have worked for Prince Andrew. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. From the very first day, Emma sensed that working in the palace was unlike any job she had ever had. "I knew there would be expectations," she said in our fictional recounting, "but I had no idea how much of the royal world was built on appearances versus reality." The servants whispered amongst themselves, sharing subtle warnings about the unpredictable behavior of the princes and other high-ranking figures. Emma, like many new staffers, was eager to make a good impression, but soon found that the palace operated on rules no one wrote down. On the outside, Prince Andrew appeared charming and attentive. Guests at dinner parties admired his wit, and photographers caught him smiling with impeccable grace. Emma noticed the contrast almost immediately. While the public saw a polite, poised prince, those working behind the scenes witnessed a different, unpredictable side. She recalls moments when the prince would make unexpected demands, often requiring her to drop everything to assist with trivial tasks. "It wasn't always verbal," Emma said. "There were looks, gestures, little things that reminded you exactly who was in charge." While fictionalized, these moments paint a vivid picture of the power dynamics in the palace, a world where hierarchy ruled and disobedience had subtle but clear consequences. Even within a world of silver trays and silk curtains, Emma realized that appearances were everything. A spilled glass of wine in front of a guest could lead to a flurry of reprimands, while a small personal slight towards staff might go unnoticed. The palace, she reflected, was as much about maintaining an image as it was about actual hospitality. Curiously, one question lingered. How does someone maintain charm publicly while wielding such authority privately? Emma would soon find herself navigating that delicate balance. Palace life had its own rhythm, Emma explained. Days were long, filled with cleaning, organizing, and attending to various events. Nights, however, held a different kind of tension. Staff often whispered about moments when the prince would appear unexpectedly, sometimes seeking conversation or attention that went far beyond ordinary requests. Emma's fictionalized recounting describes the challenge of maintaining composure while balancing respect for the household with personal boundaries. "It was a world of subtle signals," she said. "A smile could mean one thing, a pause another. You quickly learned to read between the lines." In this environment, rumors spread like wildfire. Staffers would leave the palace with stories, each version colored by personal experience, imagination, and the natural human desire to make sense of chaotic moments. What Emma describes highlights the universal tension in workplaces with extreme power imbalances. How do you respond when authority feels overwhelming but is never outright hostile? While this story is fictionalized, it offers real insights into human behavior in hierarchical environments. Power is nuanced. Authority isn't always loud. It often comes in subtle gestures, unexpected demands, and silent expectations. Boundaries are essential. Even in highly structured systems, understanding personal limits and finding ways to assert them is key. Observation matters. Reading between the lines, noticing subtle cues, and anticipating needs can help you navigate challenging environments. Trust cautiously. In fictional or real workplaces, power dynamics affect interactions, and not everyone with a smile has your best interest at heart. These lessons, though dramatized, reflect real-world dynamics, especially in workplaces with hierarchical or celebrity-driven environments. Emma eventually left the palace, carrying memories both charming and troubling. She emphasizes that while her experience was fictionalized here for safety and readability, it offers a lens into a world rarely seen by outsiders. A glittering exterior concealing human tensions, power struggles, and the delicate navigation of personal boundaries. Even today, stories like Emma's, fictionalized or otherwise, captivate the public because they reveal a universal truth. No matter the setting, behind every polished smile, there are human emotions, conflicts, and complexities. The palace becomes a stage, but the players are very human. As Emma reflects on her time, she leaves a question for readers. How do you balance respect for authority with the need to maintain your personal integrity? And in a world obsessed with appearances, what truths lie hidden behind the glittering facades? Stories from the palace, even fictional ones like Emma's, remind us of the importance of boundaries, observation, and personal strength. They are a mirror for all workplaces and relationships. Power, charm, and public perception can hide complex truths. By understanding these dynamics, we can navigate our own environments with awareness, humor, and resilience. So here's the takeaway. Observe closely, respect yourself, and never underestimate the value of reading between the lines. And if this story has piqued your curiosity or given you a new perspective on human behavior in high-pressure environments, share your thoughts. What would you have done if you were in Emma's shoes? The conversation is just beginning.